Welcome back, everybody. IGN Live from Gamescom 2018. There is new story content coming to the Elder Scrolls Online later this year in the form of Murkmire. Matt is here to tell us all about it. Welcome to the IGN stage.
How you doing?
Murkmire, new story content coming to Elder
Yep.
Scrolls Online. What do we need to know about this
So
new
we have this release cadence with ESO now where we do a big thing kind of in the second quarter and then a couple littler things. In the end of the year, we do a story DLC. And so Murkmire is like Clockwork City was last year. So it's all about Argonians, you know, the lizard people of Elder Scrolls. It's swampy. There's not a lot of Argonian content in any Elder Scrolls game. So we've gotten a lot of community feedback for like, let's get some more Argonians. What are they? What do they do? You know, what are their rituals and customs? And so we actually created this zone to kind of answer a lot of those questions. So deep dive into Argonian culture.
So this is called the Black Marsh?
The region is called Black Marsh. This sub-region is called Murkmire.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, and so like, what's sort of the story that will be unraveling here?
No spoilers, but no
spoilers.
We've had one zone of Black Marsh in the launch game of ESO called Shadowfen, but that was on the border with Morrowind, so it had a lot of political stuff about Dark Elves and Argonians. So the story on this is just around Argonians, and there's basically your help in an archaeological dig, essentially, to discover the past of this town, and of course it goes. You know, it takes a right turn very quickly, and cool things happen. But you're basically looking for some artifacts of power to help them. But you find things pretty quickly, like Argonians don't care about the past. They're really just living in the moment, and their religion is all focused around just now. And so you run into trouble with them helping you because they just don't care about the past. And it's a lot of cool stuff like that. Interesting.
Yeah, so we're seeing sort of a lot of the environments here, and it looks like as you were saying, they've sort of built up their civilization just right on top of the swamp.
Yeah, and that's you know, it's a relatively unknown part of Tamriel also. You know, for as much as the world has been explored in other Elder Scrolls games, Skyrim and Morrowind and those, this is really almost unknown in the lore. So it's a good chance for us to do something new and cool and interesting and introduce kind of these guys to.
So once this is live and added to Elder Scrolls Online, how do players access?
It's a DLC. So if you are a ESO Plus member, you get it as part of your membership. You can just buy it for crowns for virtual currency.
I see. But then, like, do you access it within the game, or is it from the menus? Or
if you have it, you'll get a pop-up that says, "Hey, new content." You just follow the quests, and it'll take you right there.
So, in addition to like the setting and the story, is there any new sort of new types of monsters, new quests?
Yeah, it's you know with Argonians, it's always a little interesting. So, I really don't want to spoil the story, but you know, it adds on to the kind of stuff we've been doing for ESO for the last couple of years, which is filling out the map, letting people go to different parts of Tamriel. You know, it's a really big game, and we add content every 12 weeks. So, so we're getting really good at telling great stories. You know, Somerset was, believe it or not, just like 2.5 months ago.
Wow.
And Wolf Hunter, which is a dungeon DLC, just launched yesterday, and now this is coming in the fourth quarter. So the content train keeps rolling.
Yeah. Well, you guys have people have really been enjoying the new stuff, and is it true you've added 1 million new players just this year?
Yeah, we're up over 11 million now.
Wow,
so
that's really impressive.
Yeah, it's going really well. We're super happy with how the game's going. The fans are really into it. We have a community event here in Germany on Saturday night, and the venue is half the size it needs to be. We have twice as many people that want to go for the venue, so we're gonna have to upgrade next year.
I imagine maybe at an event like that, will there be a lot of cosplay?
Yeah.
That would be really fun to see.
Yeah, it's always fun to meet the fans, right? That as a developer, you know, we're locked in our rooms way too much, and it's great to come out and actually meet people because, you know, this is an online game. Yeah, it's great to be in Tamriel, it's great to be Elder Scrolls, but without the players in the game, there wouldn't be a game. So it's really fun to meet them face to face.
Yeah, I bet. So Murkmire's sort of focusing on the Argonians. I'm sure you have data on like the different races that your players choose to be. How popular is Argonian?
So in the grand scheme of things, not
really.
But of people that play the game a lot, they are super popular.
Okay.
So there are people who play Argonians and only Argonians, and it's a whole thing.
So maybe this will prove to be popular with your most hardcore fans.
Yeah. So certainly people that play Argonians and only Argonians are going to love this, and everyone else like. Argonians are funny, right? They're just different and weird. You see from the video, we're not taking it, you know, too seriously. Like it's fun, but they're weird, and we really play on their weirdness. And players who don't usually play Argonians are going to think it's hysterical. So,
can you give us an idea of an idea of how big this area is?
So if you play Clockwork City, which is for us is a small DLC, which is only 10 to 12 hours, you know, where Somerset is more like 40. That's why we call that a chapter, and this is a story DLC.
I see. Yeah, so you've got this sort of like regular cadence release schedule for new content. How far out do you have it like mapped out? Like you don't need it without telling us.
Next year is on rails. Like
Really?
we're working on next year.
Wow.
The year after that, we're conceptualizing right now, and the year after that is kind of just in the brainstorming stage.
Okay, so
yeah, we got plans for a long time.
yeah, this is something you're planning to support Elder Scrolls Online for quite a ways in the future.
I mean, we're still adding players, so it's like it's still growing.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do this for as long as there's a community out there that's playing it.
What do you feel like you're really doing well? That's really resonating with players and making it so successful.
I mean, there's a lot of answers there, but
Sure.
really what we do well is storytelling, because recurring characters and telling interesting stories as you're exploring Tamriel. So we got Somerset. The story was amazing, and Morrowind was really good, and we just keep getting better and better as we go.
Very cool. Well, I don't think there's a specific release date for Murkmire yet, but it's coming later this year.
Yeah, fourth quarter.
Fourth
I
quarter.
think late October, early November.
Right. Are there any smaller drops before then?
Just Wolf Hunter. It launched on PC yesterday and
That's
consoles next week.
Okay, very cool. Awesome. Well, we're always excited to see what's going on with Elder Scrolls Online. So
great to be here.
Do keep us informed.
We will.
Have a great show.
Thank you.
Have a great fan event Saturday night.
Yeah,
cool.
we will.
Stay tuned. More to come from Gamescom 2018 right here on IGN Live after this.